Okay, let's dive in. Ever feel like your mind is just, a browser with way too many tabs open?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Thoughts racing, maybe struggling to focus, just wishing for, I don't know, a bit more calm in the day-to-day?
Absolutely. That feeling of mental clutter, it's pretty universal, I think.
Well, if that sounds familiar, you are definitely in the right place. This deep dive is all about meditation, how to actually start it, how to stick with it, and, why it might actually make a difference.
And what's really interesting about meditation is that it gives you a way to sort of engage with all that mental noise, not by trying to force it quiet.
Never works.
Right, exactly, but by actually changing your relationship to those thoughts.
Okay, I like that framing. And for you, our listener, the learner, we know you want the real substance without the fluff, those aha moments you can use.
Yeah, practical stuff.
So think of this as your shortcut. We've waded through a whole bunch of sources, the big apps like Headspace and Calm, clinical places like Mayo Clinic, NHS, scientific papers, even Reddit threads.
It's quite a mix, from like the lab research to just everyday people sharing what works or doesn't work for them.
Yeah, a really wide perspective. And our mission today is pretty simple. Boil it all down, find the most important bits, the actionable advice, so you can feel confident starting or, maybe improving your meditation practice.
Keeping it clear, keeping it engaging, no jargon overload.
Definitely. So let's get right into it. What is the fundamental idea? What is meditation, really?
Okay, so at its absolute core, meditation is about intentionally focusing your awareness right here, right now, in the present moment.
Intentionally. Okay.
And this is key, doing it without judgment. That's the bedrock. We usually use something called an anchor to help with that focus.
An anchor, like for a boat.
Sort of. It anchors your attention. It could be your breath, just the physical feeling of breathing in and out, or sensations in your body, maybe sounds around you. Some people use a word or phrase, a mantra that they repeat silently.
Okay, so it's not about achieving some mystical state of total blankness, because honestly, that sounds impossible.
Exactly. That's a huge misconception. The goal isn't to stop thoughts. Your brain's going to think that's its job.
Yeah, good.
The real skill you're building is noticing when your attention drifts off that anchor. And it will drift a lot.
Yeah, probably planning dinner or something.
Totally normal.
Right.
And when you notice it's drifted, you just gently guide it back. That's the exercise. Recognizing the drift, bringing it back over and over.
Gently. I like that word. Takes the pressure off. So it's more like mental push-ups for your tension muscle.
That's a great way to think about it. Yeah, building that muscle of awareness and gentle redirection.
Got it. Now, something that came up again and again in the sources was consistency. Why is doing it regularly so vital?
Consistency really is paramount. It's like physical exercise, right? You get the best results from regular workouts, not just one big session every month.
Makes sense.
Regular meditation literally trains your brain. It strengthens those neural pathways linked to focus and emotional regulation. Headspace put it nicely, something like, to really get the benefits, you need to commit to meditating regularly day after day with gentle discipline.
Gentle and considered discipline. I like that phrase. It's not harsh, but it's intentional.
Exactly. And having a routine helps enormously with that. Same time, same place if possible. It makes it automatic, less of a should I decision.
Removes the willpower element a bit.
Right. And fundamentally, as Headspace also said, making time for it is prioritizing your mental health. It's that important.
Okay, so treat it like a crucial health habit. But what about when you actually sit down, you try to focus on your breath, and your mind is just chaos, like a million thoughts bouncing around? Is that failure?
Absolutely not. A busy mind, a wandering mind that is completely 100% normal. Expected, even.
Really? Okay, that's reassuring.
Yeah, especially when you're starting out. Sources like Mindful, Headspace, they all emphasize this. The crucial thing isn't to fight the thoughts or get annoyed by them.
So if you're not fighting them, what do? Just let them run wild.
You observe them.
Yeah.
But without judgment. Headspace has this nice analogy like, think of thoughts as clouds floating by in the sky of your mind.
Okay.
You just notice them. Oh, there's a planning thought. There's a worry thought. You don't have to grab onto them or push them away. Just see them drift. And when you realize you're caught up in a cloud.
Which will happen.
Oh, it will. You just gently, gently redirect your focus back to your anchor, usually the breath.
That word gently, again, seems really crucial. No mental wrestling.
None at all. Self-compassion is huge here.
Yeah.
WebMD mentioned, don't beat yourself up. It's natural. Headspace just says, don't judge. Acknowledge the thought, notice the attention shifted, softly guide it back.
That perspective shift is massive. Less pressure, more kindness. Okay, let's get practical. How do we actually build this into a daily thing? What are the strategies?
Okay, strategy number 1, and basically everyone agrees on this. Start small. Like really small.
How small are we talking?
Zen Habits literally says, start with just 2 minutes. The Times of India also suggests just a few minutes, then maybe slowly increase it later if you want.
2 minutes. Okay, even I can find 2 minutes. That feels doable. Takes away the intimidation factor.
Exactly. It lowers the barrier right down. Then try for that consistency we talked about. Pick a regular time.
Does it have to be morning? People always say morning.
Morning can be great, yeah. Sets a nice tone for the day, like Headspace suggests. But Mindful points out the best time is the time you'll actually do it, whenever that is. Find a slot where you're less likely to be disturbed.
Right. Trying to meditate while the kids are demanding breakfast is probably not ideal.
Probably not. And finding a dedicated space can help too. Doesn't have to be fancy, just somewhere quiet-ish, comfortable. Mindful suggests making it a space that kind of reminds you, oh, this is my meditation spot. Creates an association.
Like a little mental trigger. Okay. Now, this next idea sounds really smart, linking it to habits you already have.
Yes. Habit stacking. Super effective. Headspace mentions this. You basically piggyback the new meditation habit onto something you already do automatically every day.
Oh, right. Like after I brush my teeth, then I meditate for 2 minutes.
Exactly. Or before I make my coffee, then I meditate. Or even while the coffee's brewing.
Huh. Multitasking meditation.
Well, sort of. Or maybe stretch after brushing teeth, then meditate. You use the momentum of the existing habit.
That's clever. It bypasses the need for constant reminders. It just becomes part of the sequence.
Precisely. But, life happens. So flexibility is also important. If your usual time gets messed up, Headspace advises just adjusting. Do it later or somewhere else. The goal is just not to skip it entirely if you can help it.
Right. Avoid that all-or-nothing mindset. A short session is better than 0 sessions.
Definitely. And another thing, focus on the process, not perfection. Remember what Headspace said. Truth is, there's no right or wrong way to meditate. Just showing up is the win.
Okay, lower the stakes. What else helps keep you going?
Reminding yourself why you're doing it can be powerful. Notice how you feel after you meditate. Even subtle shifts. Calmer, more focused, less stressed. The Times of India, NHS, they list benefits like better sleep, more resilience. Connect to those.
Actively look for the small wins. I like that. What about those pesky excuses? Too busy, too tired.
Acknowledge them. Headspace suggests maybe even writing them down. See if there's a pattern. Sometimes just seeing an excuse written down diminishes its power.
Huh. Interesting tactic.
And maybe find a friend to do it with. Headspace mentions buddying up for mutual support. Plus, celebrating milestones. The Calm blog suggests rewarding yourself, maybe after 3 days straight or a week.
A little positive reinforcement for the brain. Nice. You also mentioned something called an implementation intention.
Yeah, it sounds fancy, but it's just being really specific about your plan. Like, at 7 a.m. in my living room chair, I will meditate for 5 minutes. Making it concrete like that really increases the chances you'll follow through.
Okay, so plan it out specifically.
And the last big one, patience. Headspace reminds us it's a long-term skill. Be kind to yourself. It takes time.
Gentle persistence. Okay, so we know the core ideas, how to build the habit. But for a beginner just starting, all the different types of meditation can seem confusing. Are there main approaches to know about?
Yeah, there are definitely different flavors, and it's good to know you have options. Mindfulness meditation is the one we've talked about most, that non-judgmental awareness of whatever's happening right now.
Yeah.
Breath, body, sounds.
Right, the observing approach.
Then there's specific breath focus meditation, just really zeroing in on the inhale, the exhale. Simple, always available.
Your breath is always there.
Exactly. Body scan meditation is another popular one. You slowly move your attention through your body, noticing sensations in your feet, legs, torso, and so on.
Kind of like a mental check-in.
Yeah, a very systematic one. Mantra meditation uses a repeated word or sound. Walking meditation focuses on the physical sensation of walking. Guided meditation is great for beginners using an app or recording to lead you.
Lots of people start there.
They do, and there are others like counting breaths, using visualization. Really, the idea is to experiment a bit, see what clicks for you.
So don't feel locked into one method. Find your fit.
Absolutely. What resonates with one person might not work for another. Exploration is good.
Okay, good to know there are options. Now let's talk pitfalls. We know to start small, be consistent, accept the wandering mind. But what trips people up? What are common mistakes?
Oh, definitely. A big one is trying too hard to stop thoughts. We mentioned it, but it bears repeating. Headspace says it's counterproductive, creates tension. Remember, awareness, not elimination.
Got it. Don't fight the thoughts.
Another is judging sessions. Oh, that was a terrible meditation. My mind was everywhere. Or that was a good one. I felt so calm. Try to let go of that labeling. Every sit counts.
Just showing up is the practice.
Right. Also, unrealistic expectations. Thinking you'll suddenly achieve enlightenment after a week.
Huh. Probably not going to happen.
Probably not. It's a practice, a gradual cultivation, not a quick fix that leads to disappointment.
So, manage expectations. Marathon, not sprint. What else?
Not giving a technique enough time. Trying mindfulness for 2 days, saying doesn't work. Switching to mantra, then walking. Give something a fair shot before deciding.
Okay, stick with one for a bit.
And related to that, quitting when it feels difficult or you get discouraged. Challenges are normal. Persistence is key. Also, waiting for the perfect conditions.
Like needing total silence and an hour free.
Exactly. You can meditate for 2 minutes in a noisy house. Learning to find calm amidst chaos is actually a really valuable skill.
That's a great point. Makes it more applicable to real life. What about specific feelings, like feeling sleepy during meditation?
Super common, especially at first or if you're tired. You could try meditating at a different time, sitting more upright, maybe even opening your eyes just a tiny bit.
And if you feel restless, can't sit still.
Try movement meditation. Walking meditation is perfect for that. Channel that energy into mindful movement. And finally, just feeling overwhelmed by all the techniques.
Yeah, we just listed a bunch.
Right. The advice there is just start with one. Pick one that sounds appealing, stick with it for a while, get comfortable before you branch out. Keep it simple.
Solid advice. Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive, what are the absolute key takeaways, the main things you want our listener to remember?
Okay, number 1, consistency trumps duration, especially at first. A few minutes every day is powerful.
Start small.
Yes. Number 2, start small, make it feel easy to begin. Number 3, the wandering mind is normal. Gently redirecting focus is the practice. No judgment.
Be kind to yourself.
Crucial. And number 4, try habit stacking. Link it to something you already do. Make it automatic.
Consistency, start small, accept the wandering, stack the habit.
Yeah,
Got it. That feels really manageable.
it really is. It's about gentle persistence, finding what works for you.
So what's the very first step someone listening right now could take?
Just try it right now or later today. Set a timer for 2 minutes. Sit down. Close your eyes if that's comfortable and just notice your breath in and out. That's it.
2 minutes. Notice your breath.
Be curious. Be patient. See what happens.
Fantastic. And on that note, here's a final thought for you, the listener, to mull over. Reflect on how intentionally bringing small moments of present moment awareness into your day, even outside of formal meditation, might subtly begin to reshape your perspective and foster a greater sense of calm and focus in your everyday life.
Thinking beyond the cushion.
Exactly. This deep dive, it's really just scratching the surface. There's so much more to explore in the world of meditation if you're curious.